Hey, welcome back. We are working with, what are we working with? Equations of lines. There we go, equations of lines. Let's jump in. Okay, so now in our last video, we ended up talking about how we have different equations of lines. Oh, goodness, don't know how that happened. But anyway, we had an equation where we had x plus y equal 4, and we came up with pairs of numbers that worked, right? So in the previous video, somehow or another got a little bit messed up, but that's okay. In the previous video, we had x plus y equal 4. Oh, now everything's messing up on me. Here we go. Stay put. X plus y equal 4. Oh, try again. There we go. And we had some pairs of numbers that worked. So we had like 0, 4, and we had 1, 3, and we had 2, 2. Well, all of these are called solutions. They're called solutions because they work the equation. Now, we understand that from solving equations. Okay, so when I gave you a problem before, now remember, we're doing two variables now. So when we did single variable problems, if I said x plus 5 equal 10, well, let's don't do 10, let's do 12. And then you would find the solution, you would solve it and find the solution, and the solution would be 7. And that's because 7 plus 5 really does equal 12. And so the solution is the numbers that work an equation, and that goes for all of the stuff we do. Okay, and so here we got two variables. Remember, the pair of numbers always in ABC order, so you never have to remember. It's always easy to remember. The first one is the x and the second one is the y because they're in ABC ordered. This is called an ordered pair. That's what it's called. And it's in ABC order. Okay, so now these are solutions to the equations. All right, and so now what we're supposed to do in these examples here is determine if the ordered pairs is an actual solution. So we're going to plug in and simplify. We're just going to plug in and simplify and see if it's true or false or yes or no. That's what we're going to do. So this first one, the x is 5 and the y is 2. Okay, so this means 5x, which means 5 times x. So 5 times x minus 3y, which means 3 times y. Does that equal 15? We're not solving, we're checking to see if it works. So then 5 times 5 is 25. 3 times 2 is 6. And the question is, does 25 minus 6 equal 15? Well, 25 minus 6 is actually 19, which is not equal to 15. So the answer to this question is no. 5, 2, the ordered pair 5, 2 is not a solution. Okay? All right, so let's look at the next one real fast. Okay, then that's the x and that's the y. So I'm going to put, this just says x, so that would just be -8, no math doing to x. Is that in fact equal to, now this says -4y. Well, that means -4 times the y. And the y is 2. You can use a dot or parentheses. And we're asking ourselves a question, no math on that one. -4 times 2 is -8. So yes, this worked. Yes, -8, 2 is a solution. Now there's many solutions, but that's the one we're looking at. Okay, so now this one over here is a little tricky. So x is 0 and y is 2. Okay, now my equation doesn't have an x in it, but that's okay. That's okay. It's just a matter of if we put the numbers in the places where they're supposed to go, do we have a true or a false? That's all we're asking. Doesn't matter if we don't have a place to put the number. I don't have a place to put the x, but I have a place to put the y, so I'll do that. And 2 equals 2. Yeah, okay, so yes. So this is a solution. Even though it doesn't matter what about the x. Okay, it doesn't matter because this particular equation, if we look back at our previous video and our previous paper, says that this is all pairs of numbers where the y value is 2. And so this is a pair of numbers, and in this pair of numbers, the y value is 2, so it has to work. It works. So these are solutions. Very good. So now let's move on. This says, find a solution. Okay, and it says, given an equation and one variable, we can solve using our algebra that we've been practicing all in chapter 2 on for the other variable. So let's complete the ordered pair. Okay, so this time we don't know what one of the variables are. So we'll have to find it. So this first one, the x is 0 and the y we don't know. But we can figure it out because we've been practicing. So this is 3 times the x, so that's 3 times 0, minus 5 times the y, I don't know what the y is that is going to be, in fact, negative 15. Now, we're not questioning whether it's equal or not. That's not what we're doing here. What we're doing here is we're going to solve. So we're going to plug in the known value, simplify, and solve for the missing. So plug in the one we know, the known, simplify, and then solve for the one we don't. Okay, so I plugged in the known. Simplify, I'm going to get 0 minus 5y equal negative 15. I don't need that 0. So to simplify this, I'm just going to rewrite it as negative 5y equal negative 15. So I plugged in the known and I've simplified, and I can solve this. I just spent a whole month or so learning how to solve an equation, solve by dividing both sides by 5, and I get y is 3. Now I can check my solution if I want to, which is what we just did before, but I'm not going to do that in this video. You can take it and check it. All right, same equation. Same equation. 4 problems. This time the x I don't know. This time the x I don't know, and the y is 0. Okay? So the x is 3. No, the x I don't know, it's 3 x's. So 3, and I don't know x, minus 5 times 0. And this is supposed to be equal to negative 15. So we plugged in the known. We're going to simplify. And subtracting 0 is really, to simplify, then I don't have to have it at all. And so now I can solve. All right, so simplify, and now I'm going to solve in red. Divide both sides by 3, and I get negative 5. So that's my solution. These are solutions. All right, and I'm going to do another one. This time I'm going to plug in 2 for the x and figure out what the y is. So 3 times 2 minus 5 times y equal negative 15. So 6 minus... Okay, that's as simple as I can get this one. All right, I'm going to have to solve. I'm going to have to use my solving skills. Okay, so let's remember, I got to get the variable on one side and the numbers on the other. Okay, so my variable is right there. It's by itself on one side. I only have one, and it's on the left. But the 6, I need to relocate. I need it to go to the other side, so I need to remove it and it goes over here. All right, and then I'm going to do negative 15 minus 6, which is a negative 21. I'm going to divide both sides by negative 5, and I get y is a fraction. Yes, y is a fraction, but it's a positive fraction. So remember, it's a positive 21 over 5. Okay, 21 over 5. All right, let's do the next one. Stop the video, you try it, and then turn the video back on and see if you got it right. The x I don't know, and the y is, don't know why that works, and the y is negative 6. So 3x, because I don't know x, minus 5 times negative 6 is that, or that's going to be equal to negative 15, right? Simplify it. So that's going to be 3x plus 30. Negative times a negative is a positive. Now I'm going to use my solving skills. Variable is on the left. I'm going to subtract 30 on both sides. And that's going to give me negative 45. Divide both sides by 3. And I get a negative 15. So negative 15 is my answer. Okay, so we had one equation and we had 4 different solutions. And that should make sense because remember when we did x plus y equals 4, we were coming up with all kinds of solutions, right? So there's more than one solution for each pair, each equation. There's more than one pair of number that's going to work. All right, so we got to remember that. Okay, let's do another one. Stop the video and do this one and then come back. And I'm going to go really fast. All right, so we're going to do 3 of these. And we're going to do 2 times 0 minus 5y equal 10. So that's 0 minus 5y equal 10. So that's negative 5y equal 10. Divide by negative 5 to solve. I get negative 2. Next, I will do y is 0. So 2x minus 5 times 0 equal 10. So that's 2x minus 0 equal 10. So that's 2x equal 10. Divide both sides by 2, and x is equal to 5. Okay. And then we'll do another one. This time x is negative 5, so 2 times negative 5 minus 5 times y equal 10. So that's negative 10 minus 5y equal 10. I've got to solve. Add 10 to both sides. Negative 5y is 20. Divide by negative 5 on both sides. And I get y is negative 4. And last but not least, what's a good color I haven't used? There we go. All right, so now we've got, oh goodness, there we go. So 2x plus 5, minus, lost my problem, there we go. 2x minus 5 times negative 3 equal 10. So 2x plus 15 equal 10. Solve for x. I'm going to subtract 15 on both sides. That's going to give me a negative 5 on the right. Divide both sides by 2 and I get a fraction. X is negative 5 over 2. Now, when doing fractions, we might want to change it to a decimal so we can graph it better. So that would be a negative 2.5. Okay, so I'm going to change that to negative 2.5. All right, and so now let's graph these. So the first one is 0, negative 2, which is 0 on the x, and then go down 2. The second one is 5, 0, which is 5 this way and then go 0. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and then don't go anywhere. All right. Then I've got 5, negative 4. Negative 5, excuse me. So negative 5, negative 4. There we go. And then I've got the negative 2, negative 3. So negative 2.5 is here. And then down 3, 1, 1, 2 and half. And then down 3, 1, 2. That's not right, Miss Cox. It's just math. You can get over it. 1, 2, 3. Excuse me, 2 and a half. And then 1, 2, 3. Now, notice these 4 points line up. They make a line. They are easily to be connected by a straight line. That's why these are called linear equations. They make lines. We've already talked about we're making lines. Okay, so the picture is a line. All right, it's just math, y'all. You can do this. This is using your algebra. You can do this. It's just math.